Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got an audio system review of the 2020 Mercedes-AMG GT 63S with its 13-speaker, 590-watt Burmester audio system. This is going to be an in-depth sound system review. We're going to go through, listen to some sample tracks, check out how the audio system works, listen to those sample tracks on the road, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a quick look at this car. This is one of my all-time favorite vehicles. I think it really represents the pinnacle of what Mercedes-AMG is able to produce with both ultimate luxury and ultimate performance. You can throw this thing around and have supercar levels of performance on the streets or on the racetrack, and then turn it into comfort mode and be supremely comfortable for your daily commuting or whatever driving needs you need to do, all with 4 people. If you want to see more, check out the link in the description for our full review. And hit that subscribe button, helps us out a bunch. Now we always do these tests with uncompressed lossless WAV audio files on a USB stick plugged directly into the audio system and high quality binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system test on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. Let's take a look at those now. You can see here in the equalizer we have your standard bass, mid-range, and treble. Let's sample those now. You also have your standard front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance, an automatic volume adjustment, and a surround sound feature, which kind of creates a more holistic 3D artificial experience. We're going to have that off for most of the test, but maybe we'll turn that on near the end. And then a sound focus for all seats, front or rear. We'll leave that on all. Let's go around and take a quick look at speaker grill locations here in the 4-door GT. We've got one up here. I don't see any more in the door. That doesn't mean they don't exist. It's possible there are 2 back there. And then you've got 3, 4, I want to say, up here in the center. It might only be 3. So, wait. We got 1, 2, 3 speaker grills. Doesn't mean there aren't more speakers below them, but at least for what we can see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look like any up there. And back here you've got 8 in form of a subwoofer. So there's certainly more speakers hiding around the vehicle. That doesn't mean we can see them. A lot of times high-end designers do a good job at sort of working multiple speakers into a single grill or hiding them in places we can't necessarily see very easily. Now there is a higher audio system available for the GT63. I believe that one's 26 speakers, the Burmester 3D high-end surround system. That one undoubtedly sounds incredible. For audio inputs in the GT63, you've got your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio. You've also got USB-A in there, 2 USB-As, an SD card slot, and that is about it. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, you don't have a 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and you also don't have a CD player. Not a huge deal here in 2020, but it would be nice to see some of those for high definition audio. For audio controls, you've got a volume clicker right here, and a volume knob, nice roller on the steering wheel with good detents. For track selection, this frustrates me a little bit. There's no dedicated track selection button, so if you're, say, in the navigation here, come on, Abby. The system is also a little bit more laggy than newer Mercedes systems. If I want to change the track, I gotta click this and then hit up or down. Not the end of the world, but it would just be nice if there were a single button you could press. In newer Mercedes, you can actually just swipe back and forth on this section of the trackpad and change tracks, and that's better, but you can't do that one here. The other option is to use the steering wheel, but again, you have to be on the media page. So if I were in nav, I'd actually have to go home, then over to media, and then swipe down to change my track. All right, let's fire up this 4-liter fire breather and get on the road. No delay in the music, no cutting out. I like to see that. The other thing is, if your fingers are sticky at all from any sort of sweat, then these little thumb trackpads are not the easiest to use. So they're very functional, but sometimes a little bit difficult to use. Now, for frequent viewers of our channel, you know this next song can really test the limits of an audio system, so let's hear how the GT handles it. Overall, it sounds pretty good. It's this in-between range between, it's not harsh, nothing sounds bad or grating on my ears, but there's also not much of that really satisfying power to the system either. One thing I do want to try, I'm going to disable the automatic volume adjustment, because if I remember correctly, in some Mercedes, that setting can actually mess with the dynamics of the song. So I'm going to restart the track. And what I want to hear is if, oh, there we go. I want to hear if the sound changes when the bass guitar comes in. So we've got the volume up right now. Now last time, the guitar went quieter when the bass came in. Ah, see, this time that didn't happen. So if you want a more realistic, true to your audio experience, you ought to have that automatic sound levelizer on. I think that sounds better. It's creating more of a realistic, powerful audio experience. And even though it has to get louder than what I initially had it set at, it's allowing the bass notes to come through a little bit more solid and powerful. Speaking of bass notes, we'll switch to the next track. For you savages, I'll turn the bass all the way up, see what we can experience here. Most powerful subwoofer in the GT63 in the bass audio system. Not really getting any mirror shakage, which also could be something to be said for the quality construction of the mirrors, but I've noticed this with other tracks as well, just not really getting the heart-thumping bass that you might expect. Wrapping up my thoughts on the audio system here in the GT63S. It's quite good. I think you'd be surprised to find a $150,000 base price car with an audio system that's not quite good. However, if you are a true audiophile and money is just no option to you, you want to make sure you have the absolute best stereo system available for your vehicle, I would recommend stepping up to the next level system, because this 13 speaker setup doesn't necessarily carry the power that you might be expecting at this price point. There's a lot of crispness. The mids and the highs are really, really good, but it's just lacking a little bit of that power in the bass low end section. Not even the heavy, heavy low bass, but even mid-range bass could be better. And it does help if I turn the bass up a little bit, but still, it's not giving me everything that I would want at this price point. So objectively speaking, I would give this system about an 8.5. It's a bit of a shame to not see disc player and 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and it would be nice if the system just worked a little bit better, a little less laggy, a little more intuitive, easier ways to change tracks. Now, subjectively speaking, for this price point, I'd put the system about a 6.5 or a 7. You're spending six figures, well over six figures. You could easily get some other systems from Lexus or even higher end Mercedes systems that are just going to be that much more impressive. Hope you guys were able to get a good impression for the AMG GT63's audio system. If you like this video, like I said, please hit that subscribe button. Check out our other content on this car and all the others. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.